Hey everybody, it is Nathan with Guardian Septic Services, and I wanted to bring you another video talking about your septic system and specifically the three big enemies to your system. Now, here's what's true. Your septic system works as a real process. The drain water, wastewater comes out of your home, it goes into your tank, it has its process there, and it goes into your drain field and ultimately gets recycled back into the water table. And when that process works right, it is swimmingly. But did you know that you have enemies to your septic system? You do. You have enemies. And I wanted to talk about the three of them today that may be helpful for you to understand, the ones we're seeing the most and how you fighting them will help keep your system in good order. The first one we're going to deal with is grease. Grease from cooking is one of the biggest enemies to your septic system. And here's why, because grease doesn't dissolve. Grease goes down the drain after a wonderful meal. I'm saying there's nothing as good in life as bacon grease. We know that, right? Bacon is amazing. But that grease actually goes down into your system, into your tank, and really can begin to cause havoc. It doesn't dissolve. It often begins to get stuck in your pipes. It hardens over time. And did you know that sometimes when we look into a tank, so much grease is built up, it's actually like rocks that are forming inside of your pipes. And it goes from needing a cleaning of your tank to actually needing a new main line or a new system. So you want to make sure grease. A lot of people that we're seeing who have good septic systems and use a lot of grease never, ever pour it down the drain. And before they even wash their pots or pans, they actually will wipe it with a paper towel or something. Why? Because grease is a number one enemy to your system. That grease can get into your tank, doesn't dissolve, can actually make its way into your drain field and kill the drain field. So grease, enemy number one. Do not put grease into your septic system. Here's number two. This might seem funny, but it's wipes. Wipes. Do you know that this whole new product called wipes has become over a $4 billion industry? And wipes, they're these sort of wash rag type little products that people use all over. And it used to be that it was just babies or people that had small children, but now all of these different wipes have become aimed at the entire population. Here's what happens, what you need to know. Wipes don't dissolve. I don't care what they're going to say on the package. We see wipes all the time, and they are one of the biggest culprits to clogs because not only don't they dissolve, they actually get caught up in any imperfection in the piping, any imperfection in the tank itself. And you see over and over, wipes are causing a clog. They'll get kind of hung up on a baffle, and then all of a sudden, all of the solids that are coming through get hung up on the wipe, and it begins to be clogged. Now, you really got to be careful. Never, ever put a wipe down into your septic system. And here's the last one we'll talk about today, and this is what I call neglect. Neglect. Did you know your septic system can last decades? It can be well, it can handle your whole family, it can be healthy and safe and sanitary if you are doing proper maintenance. And here's what I know. I know that because this is one of your unseen assets, it's in the ground, it's something you invested in, but you don't ever think about. A lot of times people have a sense of neglect when it comes to their septic system. In fact, we meet people all the time and they will say things like, oh, I haven't cleaned this, haven't had this thing pumped out in a decade, or it's gone 20 years. But then when we get in there and see that system, they're actually breaking their system down. Where their system could have lasted maybe another 10 years, they're beginning to degrade their system because they haven't gotten it pumped. All of the solids are building way up and they're actually getting into your drain field, or the fats, oils, and grease are getting so big that it's getting into your drain field. Super important to understand. The Department of Health actually suggests that you have a cadence where you would clean your tank every 3 to 5 years. That's really dependent on usage. You know, if it's just a 3-bedroom home and there's just 2 or 3 people living there, yeah, every 3 to 5 years could be fine. But we're seeing more and more homes where there's 5, 6, 7 people living in a 3 or 4 bedroom house. That 3 to 5 years is not gonna last. Yes, you may be able to continue to go for a while, but your septic system is gonna break down. So put it on your calendar, get in regular maintenance, and you can really see that system go for a long time. The big enemies of your septic system: grease, wipes, neglect. Be somebody who fights those enemies and keeps your system going for a long time. Hey guys, thanks so much. This is Nathan with Guardian Septic Services. Hope you have a great day.